Hi everybody, it's Hannah. So today is going to be a fun module for everybody to watch and pretty embarrassing for me to record. But this is going to be the module about the music and the CD that you receive. So in previous years, we used to give our teachers about 10 CDs with all the lyrics and everything and tell them, here, go use what you like. That is great, except that it was very overwhelming. And so out of kind of realizing that we were giving too much, we decided to streamline the music that we provide you with so that way you have specifically exactly what you need to use in the class. Now that being said, if you find something on YouTube or on a different CD that you like more, please go ahead and use it. There's no problem with that, but we just wanted to provide you with one CD that we reference throughout the lesson plans. So as you know, you're going to receive a binder, and within your binder, you're going to have the various lesson planning worksheets. Now, in this part of the lesson planning worksheet, as you know, there are specifics about different activities you can do to teach the topics that are included in that lesson. So throughout the lessons, there will be songs that are referenced, and it'll say, for example, Me Llamo song number 1. So all of those that are referenced within the lesson planning tool relate specifically to the Viva LCD that you're going to receive. So everybody will receive this CD, and on the CD it will have your songs listed, and again, when it says song number 1, Me Llamo, in your lesson plans, it's going to be song number 1 on your CD as well. In addition to this, we also have provided you in the back of your binder with the CD music tab with the songs listed in order and all of the lyrics for each of those songs. So those are really awesome to have, so that way as you're preparing your lessons, if you think you want to use a song, you can look in here and see exactly what that song entails. Now, in addition to this, I wanted to give you guys a better idea about the music and how I use it in my own classes. So like I said, this is going to be a fun one to record, and you guys will probably get a kick out of listening to me sing because it's not my thing. But I wanted to show you how I use these songs in my classes. So we're going to start just number 1 and go down through the line. But the first song is the Me Llamo song. So that's the first song that I'm going to show you, but I need to grab some materials before I do. So hang on one second. Okay, so the first song on your CD is called Me Llamo, and this is a great song to do with the kids of all ages, and it's a great one to use your pointer with. The pointer, I think everybody got one this year, so using a pointer is a great fun tool, and this one's kind of silly because it's like a little hand, so I like to use my pointer when I use the Me Llamo song. So I'm going to play it, and I'm just going to lip sing it because you don't need to hear that, but I'll show you how I would do it. So when I'm doing this song, whenever it says Me Llamo, I'm going to point to myself, and then I'm going to point to a student when it says Como te llamas.
Me llamo Brooks. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? Me llamo Blue. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? Me llamo.
So you can get the idea with that one, that what you're doing is whenever it's Me Llamo, you're pointing to yourself. So the students also, you have them use their thumbs. They point to themselves, Me llamo. And then when they are asking the question, it's Como te llamas tú? And so you're pointing to somebody. Now with the little ones, this is a great song to, at least at the beginning, you just, when you point to them, they just know they say their name. As they start getting a little older, you can start asking them to not only say their name, but to actually respond with Me llamo and then their name. But it's a great song. The kids love it, and you can even do it without the CD. You can say Me llamo, Señorita Riley. Como te llamas tú? Como te llamas tú? ¿Cómo te llamas tú? And you can go all the way through like a bunch of kids really quickly using the tune that they're really familiar with, but you know, you don't always have to use the song. So that's a great way to do it. So that is song number 1. Okay, so song number 2 is one of my favorites. It's called Hola Amigos, and this is the song that I choose to open every single one of my classes with all of my lower elementary kids. So they know as soon as I walk in and I say Paranse, and they all stand up, and they know that immediately we're going to do this song. So I am going to do the motions that I have my students do with this song.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hola amigos, ya salió el sol. Vamos a cantar y hablar en español. Hola amigos, ya salió el sol. Vamos a cantar y hablar en español. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias.
All right, so it does that, and then it goes through one more round just like that. So that's a great song to open your class with. We talked about Unit 0 and how we want to kind of incorporate those topics into every single lesson. Well, just there, you're talking about the emotions, you're talking about greetings, you're talking about the sun has come up, so that's some of the weather words. So it's a great song to get the students, you know, practicing those words every single class. And once they learn the song, they'll be singing it with you. They'll do all of the motions. It's a great way to go. Also, when it goes, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Some of my students have decided that they like it when instead of doing muy bien, gracias every single time, they like it when I improvise. So, ¿Cómo estás enojado? Or ¿Cómo estás triste? Gracias. And so I'll sing over top of the music that's playing, and they just think that that's hilarious. And so it's a great way, again, using the motions helps them to learn what they mean. So sometimes what I'll do is after that song, I'll review it with the kids, and I'll say, okay, guys, what does it even mean when we say hola amigos? Oh, it means hello, friends. Okay, yeah. And ya salió el sol. What is el sol? Oh, it's the sun. So you can kind of talk through the lyrics with the students as well to make sure that they kind of know what they mean. So I'll probably do that with my kids maybe once a month, where I'll actually break it down and talk through all of the words. But every single week we do that song, and that's how we open our class. All right, we'll go on to song number 3 next. All right, song number 3 is a great one to do for your end of class song. So I like to use this one because it ends with adios at the end of the song. And again, it's another one that talks about a lot of the vocabulary that I like my students to be reminded of weekly. So I use this one at the end of my class to signify that my Spanish class is ending and that I'm leaving. They point to a boy, a girl.
Mucho gusto y buenos días.
Mucho gusto y buenos días.
Vamos a bailar. Adiós, 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 adiós. Vamos a bailar. Adiós, 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 adiós. Vamos a bailar. Adiós, 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 adiós.
All right, so I think you get the idea with that one. Again, another really great one, you know, like I said, with reviewing different parts of Unit 0, even the este es mi amigo. So we're talking about amigos. Who are the amigos? They point to the boys in the room. Esta es mi amiga. We're going to point to a girl in the room. So it's going to kind of review some of those concepts, but with a song, so it's all fun and enjoyable for the students. So that's a great one to end your class with if you're looking for something for the end of your routine. Okay, this next one is Buenos Dias. This is a fantastic song. There's actually a video online if you search Rockalingua Buenos Dias. It's got a great video to go with it, but for those of you who don't have access to a computer or a projector, we wanted to make sure that you had that song right on your CD because it's such a great song. So with this song, we're talking about the different greetings for the different times of day, and then some of the general things that we do throughout our day, like getting ready for bed, things like that. So I'm going to show you kind of the motions that I do with my students whenever we do this song.
Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas tardes, buenas noches, me voy a dormir, me voy a dormir. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, me voy a dormir, me voy a dormir. Me quito la ropa, me pongo el pijama, me cepillo los dientes, me voy a la cama. Me quito la ropa, me pongo el pijama, me cepillo los dientes, me voy a la cama. Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, me voy a dormir, me voy a dormir. Bueno.
All right, so I hope you get that one. So when I teach the different times of day and the greetings, I always will do Buenos dias, it's time to wake up. We're all stretching and getting ready to wake up in the morning. And then in the middle of the day, I always say we had too much chocolate milk at lunch, so we had tons of energy, Buenas tardes. And then at night, we're going to bed, Buenas noches. And so those are the different ways that I teach my students those simple phrases. Then I like to challenge my students and say, now it's morning right now, so we say Buenos dias, but when I see you in the hallway after lunch, what are you going to say to me to greet me? And they realize, oh my gosh, we're going to say Buenas tardes because it's the afternoon. And so they get really, really proud of themselves when I do see them in the afternoon, and they're like, Buenas tardes, Señorita Riley. Oh my goodness, I remembered. And it's very cute. So I encourage you to challenge your students with that sort of thing where you say, how would you greet me? If you see me, you know, in the morning, how do you greet me? If you see me at night, how do you greet me? So it's always a fun and challenging but relevant thing for the students. All right, this last one's a really fun song. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's kind of long, but it is so much fun for the kids. They love it. It's called Marcha Marcha, and it goes over the main command words. So, marcha, baila, salta, corre, camina. I think that's all of them. Yes. So in this song, it gives the commands, and then the students are just acting out the commands as the music plays. You can teach them some of the words like deja, you know, to stop doing something, or adelante, forward, or salta muy alto. So there are just some really great words that are in there, but with those main commands that the kids know really well. So this one is a fun one to do even for freeze dance. The kids really enjoy that, or you can just play it through. Sometimes I like to let my kids go to the perimeter of the classroom and walk around the desks in a circle as they do it. The one thing to note though is that always you must corre in one place. If anybody corres around the room, the whole song is over. So that's just a good way to keep everything in control. So essentially this song, I'll just kind of show you a few, but it's like marcha, 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 marcha adelante, and then it'll do baila, 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 salta, it'll have you jump, camina is always muy lento, lento, slow motion, and then again, corre is in one place. So that's a really, really fun song. I encourage you to do it with the kids. Also to use it as a reward at the end of class. If the students were really on track, you can tell them, if we have a good class today, we're going to do marcha at the end. All right.